folks, we are live. We all know what it is. We talking Cleveland Browns noise in here. We're talking a lot of Cleveland Browns noise in here, man. We got a lot of shit going on. And yeah, man, I decided to come on tonight with StreamYard just so I could navigate through this live a little bit better, man. There's a lot of shit going on in Cleveland. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be filling you in with a lot of information. There has been some changes made to the Cleveland Browns front office. And Coach Kevin Stefanski looks like he's going to be derailed. Coach Stefanski is losing control by the day. And as he is losing control, guess what? You already know, man, that 12 power and that 12 energy is loading way more faster and way more stronger than it was before they even started fucking with this boy. But now that they have opened a can of worms, which is Shedeur Sanders, they're about to find out themselves. I told y'all a long time ago that no matter what they think, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they think, this shit is not going to work. Oh man, let me plug my microphone up. I'm tripping. I thought I had my mic plugged up. It's actually plugged up to my phone. Now we're gonna plug it into the computer. Test 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me out there? Yep, I see the microphone moving, so let's get down to it, man. How many people we got in the chat right now? How many people we got live? All right, man, so I'm gonna have to learn how to navigate this a little bit more. Let's see what's cracking. Yes, sir. We in the building, man. So what's going on now, man, is Coach Stefanski is being met with some resistance when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. He's being met with some resistance right now. And as he's being met with some resistance, there have been some changes. So drum roll, please, drum roll, please. You already know, man, drum roll, please. Where my drum roll at? Yeah. Guess what, y'all? Let me turn this shit off. Coach Kevin Stefanski has been relieved of his duties as far as play calling for the Cleveland Browns. So what you will see now is they have a person coming in who is now going to be calling the plays, and Kevin Stefanski has lost a little bit of power when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. And you already know, man, when you're the head coach and they start telling you, you got to do this and you got to do that, it won't be long before you get fired. Trust and believe me, it won't be long until you get fired. So, man, I'm going to be sharing the screen and we're going to look at some videos of what these folks are talking about Dillon Gabriel now. It's looking a whole lot different. And a lot of those songs and those tunes are starting to change. So let's go ahead and listen.
So here comes Dillon Gabriel. He finished third in the Heisman Trophy balloting. So here.
We heard from training camp, beat reporters every day say Dillon Gabriel doesn't look like he's that guy. But then on the flip side, we heard him say Shedeur Sanders is looking good. Like he looks nice. He's making some nice throws. He looks better than Dillon. Can we put any faith into those reports in thinking that if Shedeur gets his opportunity to come out on the field, again, not expecting it to look phenomenal with the pieces around him and the coaching and all that stuff, but can he overcome those things to show us, hey, you guys, I can be the future here?
I think he can. I'm a little worried the last game runs in my mind constantly if I'm running back. And the only reason why it's a concern is because he had that problem, Colorado, where he's running back. So I just don't think Shedeur is as bad as Dillon. You just can't be as bad as Dillon. Like, that's why I was trying to tell Chad this past Tuesday. There's no way that Shedeur would come out here, even if he doesn't come up to what people expect, like this expectation he's going to throw 500 yards, he will be at least what we would consider a backup quarterback. Dillon is not even giving me that vibe right now. Shedeur, I think, who we've seen in a training camp or during the preseason, those throws that he would just layer and he let guys open. Dillon's not doing that, mainly because he can't see over the line, but he's just not getting it to where the receivers can either lead to him or even see them, which is weird. But yeah, I think Shedeur can be better and should be better. I just think he should. He's just a better athlete overall.
We heard from training camp, beat reporters every day say Dillon Gabriel doesn't look like he's that guy. But then on the flip side, we heard him say Shedeur Sanders is looking good. Like he looks nice. He's making some nice throws. He looks better than Dillon. Can we put any faith into those reports in thinking that if Shedeur gets his opportunity to come out on the field, again, not expecting it to look phenomenal with the pieces around him and the coaching and all that stuff, but can he overcome those things to show us, hey, you guys, I can be the future here?
Of course.
I think he can. I'm a little worried the last game runs in my mind constantly if I'm running back. And the only reason why it's a concern is because he had that.
All right. So you mean to tell me that as good as a game that Shedeur Sanders had against the Carolina Panthers, that the only thing that runs through some of these people's mind is that his last game, which he got set up, we all know he got set up. We all saw him get set up. You know what I'm saying? They had him out there with nobody that was out there with Shedeur Sanders was even on the field. So the long story short, and everything that is going on with the Cleveland Browns right now is suggesting that Coach Stefanski, it has been announced that he will no longer be calling the plays. So we got to really think about what's going on here. What does that say about the Cleveland Browns and what they think about what Coach Stefanski is doing with the Cleveland Browns? It doesn't sound like to me that they're happy with what he's doing. That's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is, all right, well, if you're not going to call the right plays for Dillon to have success, then we got to get somebody in there that's going to at least expose him or guide him to the right play. I think that is going to end up being somebody's going to expose him. Whoever this new play caller is, I heard the name, but I didn't pay much attention. I wanted to get online. Double tap the screen if you are in the live, man. We are trying to get this live a little bit popping. We want to get some people up in here. We're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns tonight. We're talking about Shedeur Sanders. We are talking about Dillon Gabriel, Coach Stefanski. We are talking about Myles Garrett. We are talking about the whole team and the circus, if you will, that is the Cleveland Browns. Now, you got a lot of people out here that, as bad as they want Dillon Gabriel to play good, it's just a lot of people in the Cleveland media, the Cleveland fans, even the Cleveland coaching staff, and especially the Cleveland locker room. They are tired of sitting around trying to rally some shit that just ain't rallying. Trust and believe that, man. I need to hear where y'all from in the chat. Let me know where y'all listening in from. Share the video. Double tap the screen. It helps a lot. And yeah, I definitely need that support, and I appreciate the support for everybody that's listening in. So, man, we got a lot that's going on. Stefanski, it is not looking good for Coach Stefanski and Dillon Gabriel and everything that is going on for which is basically the changes that they've made for this week. Now, y'all tell me, why would they make changes to what Kevin Stefanski and how he's interacting with the offense? Because if what it sounds like to me is he's losing control. That's what it sounds like to me. Kevin Stefanski is losing control, and I'm assuming this is coming from the front office. It's got to be. Now, do y'all think this is coming from Andrew Berry? Is this coming from the owner? Where is this coming from? But one thing is for sure, two things for certain. The people in Cleveland want to see Shedeur Sanders. That's who they want to see. That's who they definitely want to see. They want to see Shedeur Sanders. And so the longer he sits on the sideline, now you got Stefanski losing power. Where is this coming from? In the chat, man, let me know. Where do y'all think this is coming from? Is this coming from the upper management? Is this something? Because, everything they do in Cleveland, for some reason, they try to act like everybody's in on it and everybody agreed to this. Oh, we help each other out with this and we help each other out with that. But the bottom line is, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that everybody's honky-dory with everything that's going on in Cleveland. We know Myles Garrett isn't happy. We know that for sure. We know that Myles Garrett is pissed off. And when you piss off your number one player, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So, like I said, Myles Garrett is wanting to leave. He wants to talk about, he wants to talk about what can we do. What in the hell can we do to actually make this thing work? Who we got in the chat, man? MDK216, what's happening, man? What's happening? Shout out to you in the chat. Double tap the screen if y'all in here. I can't even see how many likes I got, but I need y'all to double tap the screen ASAP. We got 12 viewers. I don't even know how many likes I had, but please double tap the screen, man. It's free. And it definitely helps out the channel. So at this point in Cleveland, based on your comments, what do we need to see happen in Cleveland to make this shit better? Because it looked like Coach Stefanski is going to lose his job. I was very skeptical on how together and how in cahoots is Stefanski, Andrew Berry, and also Jim Haslam. All right, MDK says they used to make decisions as a group, but it started to go left when they picked 12. 12 is Andrew Berry's guy. All right, I needed to hear that because I can't tell what the fuck is going on over there, man. I really can't tell. Are you a Cleveland fan? MDK? Me, I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. I've been keeping up with this man, and my goal every day is to put out a live to expose what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. That's my, you know what I'm saying? That's my goal. I got tired of hearing all this bullshit that people talking in the comments on every video, and that right there sparked me to say, you know what? I'm gonna put an end to a lot of this shit. Not an end to it, but I'm gonna set some records straight for sure. I gotta set some records straight because there's a lot of people that's deliberately being liars and being a fan of bullshit. And so I couldn't stand that shit no more. So I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get on here every day and I'm gonna expose a lot of people, for their politics and the shit that they do that ain't really got nothing to do with sports. So I gotta find my man Garrett Bush because he be dropping the heat. I don't know if y'all know Garrett Bush, but y'all need to go and subscribe to his channel, man. Subscribe to his channel. He be dropping gems. I'm always on there. I'm subscribed to his channel. Matter of fact, if I'm not, let me make sure I subscribe now. But yeah, this dude got a good YouTube, man. Like I said, we're gonna keep dropping the heat on the Cleveland Browns because it's very necessary that we shine a light on this bullshit that's going on. We just can't keep on standing for it. And so my goal is to put it on Front Street. My internet is moving super duper slow tonight. Hopefully y'all can hear everything I'm saying. I'll come back to this. I'm gonna get back over here with y'all. But yeah, man. So you got the fans who are calling for Shedeur Sanders. What the hell is this? You got the fans calling for Shedeur. It looked like you got management calling for Shedeur. I said that a while ago, and people kept on saying, no, management came out and said that they didn't want Shedeur. Yeah, they said that. But that ain't all they said. You know what I'm saying? No, this is not what we're looking for. There we go. So I'm gonna tell y'all now, Dillon Gabriel probably got one more game to fuck up. He's got one more game to do bad, and I believe it's gonna be over for him. I do. I think it's gonna be over for Dillon Gabriel. One more bad goddamn game, and the stadium going to erupt. That's what's gonna happen. The stadium is going to erupt. They're going to start chanting this boy's name, and I told y'all that shit was going to happen. I told you eventually they're going to be in this stadium calling this boy's name, and that's when it's going to really get bad for Dillon Gabriel. He's not even going to be able to step on the field because it's going to be too much fucking pressure. It's going to be too much pressure for him, man. I'm trying to tell you, he's not going to be able to live. And it's real sad. Because in my opinion, Dillon Gabriel, this shit not about Dillon Gabriel. This shit is about 12. That's what it's about. It's about 12. And once you start that hype train, it's over. I'm serious. Like, Dillon Gabriel just cannot compete with that shit. And Kevin Stefanski is as clever as he thinks he is. Man, them people don't want to hear that shit. You know, they got people in the Cleveland media working overtime to make Shedeur seem like he's a bad player or all this bullshit. Like, you just heard these people that act like they're talking good on Shedeur's name, but they're saying shit like, I just don't know if he's bad, if he's as bad as Dillon Gabriel. What the fuck do you mean that you don't know? You motherfuckers know. Y'all know good motherfucking well what's going on right now. So here we go. Let's listen to Gary Bush, man. Let's go. Enough is enough. I'm putting this shit on Front Street tonight, man. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Let's get this chat popping. Let me see where y'all coming from. Where y'all at? All we doing is waiting for the screen to load at this point. Bush is the best. Garrett Bush is the best local media in Cleveland when it comes to 12. You motherfucking right. Listen, I'm from the DMV. I'm in between Baltimore and DC. So I'm just a fan of 12. Who is this? I can't even see. He said, Garrett Bush is the best local media in Cleveland. Yeah, unfortunately, but I fucks with 12 and Dion. You goddamn right. MDK, shout out to you.
You know, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I used to work in corporate America, and when we would sit in interviews, and I was the only male.
Hold up, man. Let me get back to my chat real quick. Jamal Weeks, what's happening, man? Shout out to you, champ. I know goddamn well the Broncos will take 12. You see, one thing is for sure and two things for certain. A lot of people, it's going to be an awakening out here. It's going to be a lot of people that are going to come to a realization. And Sean Payton said it best. You can fold your arms, you can buckle your lips, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. 12 is coming to the motherfucking league, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. The boy is going to put a terror on. He's going to have a chip on his goddamn shoulder. And when it all comes down to it, a lot of people are going to pay for the bullshit that they doing to this man for nothing other than the fact that they can't stand Deion Sanders. And truthfully, I don't even know what Deion Sanders did to all of these people to make them so mad. Mississippi in the house was cracking, man. I just left Mississippi about a month ago, man. I got folks down there in Woodville, Mississippi. Flew into Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? And then we drove like almost 2 hours into Woodville, Mississippi, man. Shout out to them, man. A lot of players down there, and some good ass food. So MDK says they trying to push this narrative that 12 ain't ready, but they act like we can't see how trash Dillon Gabriel is. Man, that's 1,000%, man. MDK, you already know, man. You on point like Stacey Adams. And guess what, y'all? I'm going to go ahead and let it be known. Yeah, the narrative is this. 12 gave it up like a week ago when he said that Coach Stefanski, when Coach Stefanski came out and said that, hey, we tried to evaluate him before the game, and we just couldn't come to a conclusion that he was ready. And then after the game, 12 came out and said that it was not his idea. It was not his word to say, hey, I don't feel good enough to play. They said that he didn't look good enough to go. You see what I'm saying? So let's stick to the script and let's pay attention to what these motherfuckers are doing with word play. This man sitting right there and they're lying to the media to say that they didn't see that he was ready. When the fact of the matter is 12 said, I'm big ready, which means what? You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that happened. I don't know if y'all know, but Shedeur had made a statement online that says, oh, I'm about to get big ready. That shit sent the internet into a fucking frenzy. People was all over the place. Everybody was like, yo, shit, 12 about to play. You know, this man tweeted 2 words. And I'm letting y'all know that this is what you get when you're dealing with a star power like Shedeur Sanders. This is what you get. Jamal Weeks, what up? Yeah, you already know Mississippi in the house. Cleveland Browns owner ain't worth 2 dead fly. Shout out to Mr. Charles Meadow. Charles Meadow says, what's up, bro? South Carolina in his eye. My team is the Raiders. Shout out to him. Salute, Raider Nation. They dropped the ball on 12. Hell yeah, they did. We should have had him because Geno ain't it. Hey, listen, man. Real shit. Everybody. So let me ask y'all in the chat real quick. Do y'all think this is as much as NFL roundtable talk where they basically sat there and said, hey, this is what we're doing. We're about to humble Shedeur Sanders and his father, and we're not drafting him until the 5th round. Do y'all think it was that serious? That shit was a lie in Cleveland. We got breaking news Saturday night that the Browns elevated Bailey Zappi to backup. Then Sunday they said 12 had a sore back. Lying ass people. Yeah, that's basically what I got, bro. That's what I got out of it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I need y'all to double tap that screen, man. Or matter of fact, you know what? We're not even on. I need y'all to hit that like button for me, man. ASAP. Need a lot of likes in the chat. Let's get this thing moving so we can get this out to the masses. Because people want to know, and I'm dedicated to going ahead and definitely, you know what I'm saying, pushing this shit every day. Yes, sir. All of them. Colluded on him. Absolutely, man. That's real shit. That's what they did. They trying to buck break 12. No lies detected, bro. Likes should match the views. I swear to goodness, I can't even see the likes on this platform, but please, man, if y'all will, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man, because I'm dedicated every day to dropping the jewels with what's going on with Shedeur Sanders, man. So let me see if I can get my man Garrett Bush. I ain't even know y'all knew him, but if you in the Cleveland area, I only know Garrett Bush because I've been covering 12, and he been coming up in my algorithm, man. So shout out to him, man. Subscribe to his channel because he definitely dropping the juice.
The only African-American male in the building. And we would sit up there and we would look and we would look and we would interview. And we interviewed in tandems. And after the interview, we had to decide which candidate would go to which team. I found it always funny that all people that was borderline, right? They always wanted my team. People that didn't have that much polish always wanted my team. Even though my department was the best department, my team was the most productive, and it was the job that most people came in asking for. Those people went to different teams. And then once they were on other teams and realized, hey, I didn't sign up I interviewed for the job that he got. Why am I in this department? Well, we felt you were a better fit over here. After you get done, you go to HR and you hand in and say, I think this person's a good candidate. Have a little.
My bad. I'm actually looking for a different video. That was an older video. All right, let me see. One day ago. Here we go. But yeah, man, shout out to Garrett Bush. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. We getting to the bottom of this shit tonight. This the video right here. This is the one right here where he's dropping jewels on pretty much. Let's stop faking on what y'all talking about. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Because if you don't like 12 for various reasons or obvious reasons, stand on that shit if that's what you about. But we know y'all not about it, so y'all gonna have a whole lot of other, shit to talk about that's irrelevant. But yeah, here we go. Let me read the chat real quick. My thing is, why won't they just trade him? You know what? The reason they won't trade him because this whole thing.
There's been this thought process that Kevin Stefanski has been handcuffed, that Kevin Stefanski is an individual who.
This whole thing is a trap, man. It ain't just about, you got to think about this. This boy would have been Rookie of the Year. We all know this. We know this boy would have been Rookie of the Year. So what they did was they made sure that he didn't play enough to get Rookie of the Year. And then on top of that, they made sure that he didn't get on the field in a timely fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody they said was better than him is busting it up out there. They're not looking good. And one of the things that people like to say about Shedeur Sanders to try to be neutral is, Dillon Gabriel isn't it, but I don't think that Shedeur is it either. I don't think Shedeur would do any better. The team is just bad. Listen, the fact of the matter is this. When you got star power like Shedeur Sanders, it don't fucking matter. He is going to will the team. You think them people won't block harder, stronger, longer for 12? You got to be out of your fucking mind. That's what they need to be doing. That's a person that they need to be out there blocking for. Not no fucking person that you know goddamn well ain't gonna get the job done. They not out there clawing tooth and nail for no fucking Dillon Gabriel. They don't give a fuck about Dillon Gabriel, man. Dillon Gabriel just in the way. Dillon Gabriel got caught in a wave that's so fucking big for him, he should be in Hawaii surfing. That's where the fuck he should be. That's how big the wave is he got caught in. Surfs up, motherfucker. Dillon Gabriel, only reason we even talking about fucking Dillon Gabriel is because he got drafted on the same team as 12. And like I said, I don't believe in my mind that they drafted Dillon Gabriel to be the man. Like, they thought that Dillon Gabriel was going to be the guy. I don't believe that shit. MDK says they won't trade him because they know he is the truth. They want to send him to another team to be a superstar. Hold up. They won't send him to another team to be a superstar, and the Browns would continue to be the laughingstock. I'm convinced that them motherfuckers are so used to being a laughingstock that it don't even bother them no more. My man Charles Meadows said, hell, next year draft, Next year's draft class QBs ain't that good. I can't name one QB coming out of next year better than 12. We can't name one that's better this year, to be honest with you. If we being honest. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker tried to throw Cam Ward in there, and shout out to Cam Ward, but Cam Ward was never better than 12. Cam Ward was a fucking token so that we could stop talking about 12. Or they could say, oh, well, it's a black quarterback went first in the draft. How was it racist against Shedeur? Because Cam Ward ain't the fucking son of primetime Dillon Sanders. I need y'all to know that. Trade Dillon, he's a wet noodle. Oh, man. Who was that? Damn, I need my glasses. Sir Bay, 9608. Shout out to you in the chat, man. Where you listening in from? But yeah, man, it's the biggest collusion that we have ever seen. We have never seen a player, a top prospect, get treated like this by any professional sports team. You'll never see this shit. You might never see it again. But the bottom line is primetime Dillon Sanders brought so much revenue to the fucking NFL. He made a lot of it too. But I'm still torn on why in the hell Chi-Town in the house would it do. I'm still torn on why everybody's so fucking pissed off at primetime Dillon Sanders. What the fuck did he ever do but give us some of the greatest goddamn football memories we've ever seen in our life? That fucking high step from the goddamn 20 to the goal line. We wouldn't even, everybody, you know, motherfuckers are still doing that. People still doing the Dillon dance to the end zone. People still doing his end zone dance. They ain't made a new fucking end zone dance up yet. Primetime Dillon Sanders still living in motherfuckers' head. And this motherfucking 20, 25 years after his goddamn retirement. Man, they need to start making some statues of that motherfucker and put them all around the motherfucking country to get the morale up, to see what he could do to go to a college organization that was doing bad like Colorado. You know, of course a motherfucker will say, oh, well, he was 500. Bro, the same shit they're doing to Shedeur Sanders, they're doing to Dillon in college, or trying to do to Dillon in college. Now, what's the thing that's making them upset with Dillon? What did he do? Great question. And why mistreat his son who did nothing to nobody? They hate him for that Tim McCarver stuff. I don't even know what the fuck happened. Who's Tim McCarver? And what the fuck did Dillon do to that motherfucker? Because whatever it was, they really not letting that shit go. They are really not letting that shit go. But like I said, this is the thing, folks. Hold on, let me read this comment. What does a 14-year-old pregnant girl and an urban fetus have in common? They are both thinking, oh, fuck, my mom is going to kill me. What the fuck? I kind of get it. It's kind of funny now that I read the whole thing, but you got to come better than that, bro. Don't come in my chat with no off-the-wall shit. Are you talking about football, or you one of those people who going to come in here and think that you're going to troll me, but I'm going to teach your ass a lesson? And I'm just being honest. Let me know. Lifetime. What's going on with you, man? You came in here real aggressive, talking about some shit that we really don't want to talk about. 14-year-old girls pregnant. That ain't really, that ain't appetizing to me. I like thick, big women. The Bears. We ain't talking about no Bears. He paused Gatorade on him when the Braves went to the World Series in '92. McCarver called Dillon selfish because he played football and baseball on the same day. Oh, yeah, I remember that shit. But, bro, yeah, that was a big curveball. But, bro, if you are able to do it, Who the fuck is Tim McCarver to call somebody selfish? Oh, I know what it is. Really, Deion was fucking privileged in the motherfucker because he was an awesome athlete. So Deion went to he played Major League Baseball out of high school. That's what a lot of people don't get and a lot of people don't understand and don't remember. Deion Sanders had a multi-million-dollar check coming to him at Florida State already for baseball. So Deion is the original blueprint for the NIL. Pause like what, motherfucker? I don't know what you're talking about. And who you talking to? Because I'm reading. If that's any of your business. Pause on these nuts. But back to the lecture at hand. Motherfuckers must have forgot that Deion cracked the NFL open like his own bag of chips. Deion cracked that joint open like his own bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Time out for you. Hey, y'all. I know I ain't got no moderators in here, but if y'all see some bullshit in the chat me up, man. You know what I'm saying? Chat me up so we can get them motherfuckers out here. I already got one out of here. And I know they in here. They always in here. You know why? Because we talking about a young, successful, black entrepreneur. Real good upbringing by a great father. Real humble kid. You know what I'm saying? When he goes to the locker room, this man is talking about cleaning out Joe Flacco's locker. Knowing motherfucking well that Joe Flacco can't stand up to the star power that is Shedeur Sanders. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole problem, is that he's humble, he's black, he's rich, he's confident. Yeah, he might even be a little bit cocky. He got hella swag, but he got what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. Y'all see the fucking pressure that he should be under sitting on the sidelines knowing motherfucking well that somebody else is getting the opportunity that he deserved, that he worked all his motherfucking life for, and they giving it to some token boy because they want to piss him off. Just imagine what the NFL owners are sitting around saying when they had their little private meetings and their little private conversations, being a bunch of old ass, bitch ass motherfuckers. MDK said, I ain't got a problem with it, but them other people do. They hate that they can't do it. Man, that's really it. That's really it. Michael Wentz, you Carson Wentz brother, you need to shut the fuck up. If you anywhere related to Carson Wentz, you need to get the fuck out of my chat talking about bust, because that motherfucker is just as much bust as anybody. Wentz. But see, that's how we know you're inferior, Mr. Wentz. When you come in here talking that bullshit and you see Dillon Gabriel, you ain't never mentioned that motherfucker was a bust. But you want to come in here talking some dumb shit about Shedeur Sanders being a bust? Man, get the fuck out of here. Go do what you do. Shedeur came with a brand and big money before the NFL. He made $20 million and he gives back. Absolutely. A lot of people don't know that Shedeur Sanders gave his whole fucking NIL to the players on the team so they could fucking have something. He ain't needed. That motherfucker rich. But you got to understand this. His dad made him do that shit. I ain't going to say made him. His dad influenced him to do that. You rich, son. Help somebody else out. See, when you see Dillon Gabriel, little bitch ass that y'all love, Michael Wentz, y'all love little bitch ass motherfuckers like Dillon Gabriel, but you can see that Dillon Gabriel not humble. He getting the opportunity that he don't even fucking deserve, and he running around that bitch like he deserve it. Saying little smart shit in press conferences. You know what I'm saying? I'd make his fucking ear red if I was Shedeur Sanders. That's what the fuck I do. I slap him in his fucking ear. But I digress. When Shedeur played with the starters, he looked like a young Joe Montana to me. Oh, Jamal Weeks. Everybody know that. That's why they keep on talking about the Rams game. Because they want to forget how good that motherfucker looked with Carolina. Yeah. Hit that like button, man. We going in on these motherfucking Quakers. Yeah. Them motherfuckers so mad, and they were so scared to see Shedeur throwing them motherfucking bombs, throwing tight passes and motherfucking tight windows. Man, them motherfuckers, they don't want none of this. That's why they're afraid to see this boy play. They would rather this motherfucker never get on the field than to see him out that motherfucker doing shit that, you know, he was born to do. Some people is in them, not on them. This boy was born for that shit. That's why he went out there with no motherfucking reps. Let me ask y'all a question in the chat, man. And if this shit resonating with you, hit the like button. When the fuck in your life have you ever seen a 5th round draft pick, so-called, which this is how you know that the Browns and nobody in football or in fandom really believes that this boy is not a 1st round talent. You know why? When the fuck have you ever in your life seen a motherfucker 5th round, 4th on the depth chart quarterback start the fucking first game of the season? When the fuck have you ever seen that? To all you schmoozers and all you losers who out this motherfucker in denial that you got a generational talent that is Shedeur Sanders, the fucking heir of the throne of primetime Dillon Sanders, and a lot of people just can't take that shit. He look a little bit like him. He got swag like him. He got long motherfucker hair like when Dillon came in that motherfucker with the Jerry curl and the fade and the glasses and the hype and the money and the fucking superstar play. We had never seen nothing like Dillon Sanders. And I'm going to be honest with you, Shedeur got more juice than that motherfucker coming in the league. So what y'all think he would have did? $12 went to one of the worst projects in Cleveland after a fire just to support the fucking community. The Cleveland media tried to make it a bad thing that he gave back to his people. Of course they do. You know what I'm saying? They got little debriefers and people that get with you when you get your money and tell you don't give back to the hood. They don't mind your ass making a donation to the March of Dimes or to one of these other fucking charities that don't benefit nobody that look like him. Yeah, no security, no, because he's a real dude. And he ain't come up in the hood, but he a real dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That man said, we'll give him Bo Nix. Take that motherfucker. And Dillon Gabriel. And let them motherfuckers stand on each other's shoulder pads so they could be a real fucking quarterback. But Bo Nix is not. Dillon Gabriel ain't holding a stick to Bo Nix, though. Bo Nix really can fucking play. For his size, you know what I'm saying? He play like a dog. I ain't taking nothing from Bo Nix. Bo Nix do his thing, for real. But you know, I wish that I didn't have to beat Dillon Gabriel up every fucking day. But Kevin Stefanski insists on putting this motherfucker up in front of the camera and out there for people to judge. This is all coming back on him. I don't know what the fuck his future is in the NFL, but it ain't looking good. I don't see nobody wanting to kick it and be cool with fucking Kevin Stefanski. You know what I'm saying? He could have a lot of friends in the NFL, but when I look at his face, he just looks cold. And I mean, and when I say cold, I mean that he doesn't look like, he looks like he's on a mission to say what he gotta say. It's not going to change. And you're probably not going to like it because motherfuckers want to see 12, period. Imagine having the top selling jersey, being a top prospect for the draft, being the heir of the heir of the throne of Dillon Sanders, and the motherfucker try and play you. Do you think they're going to fire the coach or GM at the end of the season? You know what? That's a good fucking question. That's a good question because I can't tell whether the ownership and the coaching is on the same page. It don't seem like it now. I'm starting to think that the ownership and the GM want one thing and the coach wants another. That's what I'm starting to think. It's not looking seamless like, you know what I'm saying? It's not looking seamless like they all are on the same page. It looked like Kevin, because I just told y'all, let me see if I can find the fucking article. I just told y'all that Stefanski is not calling the plays no more. So who the fuck could bring a play caller in? It wasn't Stefanski, we know that. So it had to be the owner and the GM got in cahoots and said, you know what? This motherfucker, I really think that the GM and the owner want 12 to play. You know why the owner wants 12 to play? Because that motherfucker trying to sell out that stadium every week. Shedeur Sanders gets on that motherfucking field. It's already like the people who work, staff in the stadium, was talking about how much fucking more money that they're making just from Shedeur being there. It's like Shedeur is a instant, you know, he's a, you know what I'm saying? He's a golden goose. He's a fucking golden goose. He an instant fucking money star. Now them motherfuckers selling out so much shit. They can make Shedeur bobblehead dolls in that motherfucker and they gonna sell. But again, I think Cleveland just so used to being sorry that it don't bother them to, you know what I'm saying, to be mediocre and to be the laughing stock and to be the Cleveland Browns. They love it. At some capacity, they don't give a fuck. At least not Kevin Stefanski anyway. I think the owner wants to turn the corner on being a bullshit organization. He hasn't owned it that long. I don't know how long the Cleveland Browns been back in the league, but he got it probably like 2 years after the NFL gave them their expansion team after the original Cleveland Browns organization came here to Baltimore to become the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It don't seem like they want to win. If I was the owner, ain't no fucking way I'm letting motherfuckers sitting here chanting this boy's name and we got this motherfucker on the bench. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking way. Hit the like button, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Each and every day we on here at some point in time, whether it's 1 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock at lunch. But we definitely report most of the time more than once a day because news comes out all the fucking time. So you know what? We're going to drop news all the fucking time. So I need y'all to go ahead and hit them like buttons. You know what I'm saying? And let's continue. But let me get back to my man Garrett Bush, man, because like he be dropping the heat.
It's not at fault. Kevin Stefanski has been dealt a bad hand of cards. Kevin Stefanski needs his quarterback. And Kevin Stefanski is the guy who, you know what, we can't move from him because we're going to evaluate. We've evaluated Dillon Gabriel. We still continue to evaluate Shedeur Sanders off one Rams game. We won't look at his tape. People won't even say they want to see him. But Kevin Stefanski is the true mole in this situation because he's been here 6-7 years and his offense is one of the worst in the league. Notice, anytime you say something about Kevin Stefanski's offense, they pivot to the players. When you cut them off at the pass and say Kevin Stefanski has said, guess what? We pick the players together. Then you make another mental gymnastics and say, I don't believe that. It's intellectually dishonest at best because you're telling me you don't believe that. You don't believe that Kevin Stefanski, when he tells you we pick players together multiple times on record, you don't believe that. But then you want everybody else to say, we also believe Kevin when he says that Shedeur Sanders isn't ready. You're talking out both sides of your face. You can't have it both ways. You're trying to protect Kevin, but at the same time, paint him out to be a victim and be powerless. But even when he says he has the power, you say, no, don't do that, Kevin. I got it for you. Let me stand and take the charge for you. It's intellectually dishonest, to be truthful, bro. And it's not, you think you're smart with it, but the bye week comes and the receipts of integrity don't care anything about that. Huh? Let's get to this. We're not letting him off the hook. In my mind, sit Shedeur right down on the sideline. Let him sit there. Because at this point, sometimes I ask myself, do I want Shedeur to play more or Kevin Stefanski to get up out of here? Let him sit there. Because I want Kevin to play his way and coach his way right out of town. Because just like RG3 said, the only way the Cleveland Browns are going to get better, the only way the Cleveland Browns are going to figure something out is if he is not on those sidelines. That's it. I don't even want Shedeur Sanders saving his job at this point no more. So y'all can take false credit for something. But don't take my word for it. Because what I always ask these legacy media people is, I'm watching the film. I'm watching the offense. I'm watching how offense is looking nasty. That's why we do film reviews. I see we got a couple new members. Pull up today. If you want to become a member, we watch film reviews on Wednesday. We bring people in. It ain't just me. I bring other people in to break this down. Me and Tyvus did a great, we cut that up. We showed you the highlights. It did 51,000. Shout out to you guys for watching that. But that's just the highlights, bro. That ain't even what we was doing. It's way more in depth with that. And us watching that film has brought us to the point where we understand that Kevin Stefanski is a liability. And in everything that we talk about, it's not a referendum on Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. It's a referendum on Kevin Stefanski and the fact that they let this Ivy League dude skate around and get pass after pass after pass.
Shout out to Jessica.
I ain't the only one seeing it.
Shout out to you in the chat.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want.
What up, y'all? Unfortunately, we got to deal with the, commercials and shit. But we back.
You're here. What we heard and
courtesy by the Dogs, the Cleveland Browns podcast. Shout out to Jake Burns. He's breaking it down, and well, you saw him again. Make sure you'll go check out this independent media. Make sure y'all go check that out. Let me take this down. I want you to get the full effect. Watch how he describes this offense. Watch how he describes the offense. Not emotion, not what you think about Kevin Stefanski's beard, not what you think that what hand he's been dealt, not what you think about in your head if Shedeur would be better or not, or if it's the receivers. Watch when we get down to the nitty-gritty. We don't play narratives and touch over something. Watch what he said about the offense, and I've been saying this for weeks, months, years. And he just now came around. I was the first to the party on the dance floor.
For the first few years of Kevin's tenure here, what we heard and what we believed and what we saw on the field was that his offense was, and I think you might have talked to us about this a couple of years ago, kind of more designed to take the pressure off the quarterback, mask some of the quarterback's flaws, put him in a position to be successful with the way the offense functions around him. So
they don't get to that anymore, Josh. They don't get to it. They don't get to play action that matters.
That's what
exactly. Their opportunity for a quarterback to find easy answers.
Dom DeMarco, Dom, again, don't take my word for it. I'm just a little old Mac defensive tackle. There's no easy options. There's no quick fixes. It's unimaginative. And I'm glad he got animated with it because once again, we talking about tropes and narratives. Kevin wants to run his offense. He don't have an offense. When you watch that tape, you can't even tell what they're trying to accomplish. There's no rhyme or reason why people play. There's no rhyme or reason why the routes look like that. The spacing is bad. The creativity is terrible. It's just all around hot garbage. And yet we sit up here on these airwaves talking about whether it's Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. Listen, I keep Dillon Gabriel over Kevin Stefanski. If you say, give me Dillon Gabriel, Kevin, bye, Kevin, bye. And your golfing buddies can't save you. They can't.
Profound.
They don't get clout over here unless they buy a membership. Drop a bomb on this and bring it back.
For the first few years of Kevin's tenure here, what we heard and what we believed and what we saw on the field was that his offense was, and I think you might have talked to us about this a couple of years ago, kind of more designed to take the pressure off the quarterback, mask some of the quarterback's flaws, put him in a position to be successful with the the way the offense functions around him. So
they don't get to that anymore, Josh. They don't get to it. They don't get to play action that matters.
That's what
exactly. There's very little opportunity for a quarterback to find easy answers within what they're doing, because a lot of the West Coast staples that he likes to run are very common, and defenses feel very comfortable defending them. And he doesn't have a way to devise up quick answers that make the quarterback's life really easy. So like consistently, here and there they will, but not consistently. And the run game that build into your play action, their ability to make their run and pass reflect one another is moot. They don't get to that stuff. They don't get to bootlegs the way they used to. And for reasons I don't understand. I think it's a failure of Kevin's ability to take what he did in Minnesota for 18 months as the offensive coordinator and then apply it then to Cleveland, which he did. Kevin's ability to adapt from what he did in Minnesota with the Kubiak structure to what he did his first year and second year in Cleveland. And then the NFL has evolved. Yes. They all defend it now. Every team has seen a variation of it, heavy variations of it. Most teams have cycled through a coach who uses it. And if they haven't, they've at least seen it extensively in the NFL.
These receipts is devastating. They are devastating because what it shows is the difference between people who are watching the film in the game and people who are up there just talking. It's difference between people that understand that the concepts are dated, that defenses are all over it, but the people who aren't watching it, not putting the work in, they don't understand it. They think they could just surface level say it's the receivers. Yeah, tell me, you've been watching. Tell me, you haven't been watching. That's the part we can't miss. The part we cannot miss in this whole thing, you got to keep your eye on the ball. Do not be easily distracted by all of the eye candy and the tricks and mental gymnastics, because they're going to give you that. That's going to happen. It's been happening since the beginning of the time. They're going to make you feel like they're going to try to trigger you. They're going to try to get you, oh, yeah, I'm not going to play him. Kevin's really not going to play him. No. Be still. Be calm and just wait. It's the best thing in the world that has ever happened is the fact that Shedeur Sanders isn't playing at this point, because they can't hold on for long enough. I fully expect when Kevin Stefanski is stripped of his duties, they'll let Tommy Rees call the plays, because he's always looking for a scapegoat. He did the same thing last year with Ken Dorsey. When it looked like he didn't have Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston was the backup, instead of coaching Jameis Winston like he told him he would coach him, and that's why Jameis signed here, he folded and bounced. Here, give it to Ken Dorsey so he could use Ken Dorsey as a scapegoat. Go ahead. Go out there. Keep showing us why. Keep showing us why that Dillon Gabriel is your guy, that you said that why you believe in him. Keep showing us. And you could try to you could do backroom text all you want. They ain't gonna help you out. Not gonna help you out, bro. Because the play on the field will get unattainable. And I'm cool with it. All that scripted, nasty, stale playbook stuff. When I said it was high school, shout out to Jake. He said it in a more articulate way, but I just don't have no time for it. Sometimes I get a little angry. I ain't got no time to be arguing back and forth with you about what you think, and I'm watching it and I'm seeing it and I'm breaking it down and I'm putting hours of work in on this stuff, and I'm supposed to argue with you because you got in the pick. Stop. And let me bring this up, because you say, G. Bush, I didn't think he was going to get to this. I didn't think he was going to get to this. Bring it back. Here's what everyone gets wrong about the Shedurians. Here's what everybody gets wrong. I ran across this comment on Twitter. And for the most part, I feel bad for Dillon Gabriel in the way I feel about it, because I always knew what the supercomputer was going to be the downfall, because they divide and conquer. The second that they drafted Shedeur Sanders, they was going to make whoever ahead of them they was going to make him a myth. They was going to place all of these accolades on him, all of this stuff on him, just to juxtapose the difference between him and Shedeur Sanders. Everybody knows on the skill set, based on skill set, that Shedeur Sanders has always and always probably will be better than Dillon Gabriel. It's not been debatable. When you ask them who has more talent, nobody, even the guys that hate on Shedeur Sanders or don't think he's good and he ain't ready, nobody has ever, if you ask them point blank period, here's how you know they know the truth. They'll never say, yes, I believe straight up Dillon Gabriel is better than Shedeur Sanders. They'll say some variation of, well, I think, you got to give Dillon Gabriel a chance. And I think that Dillon Gabriel has some strong suits, and I believe that the Cleveland Browns feel that he's better than Shedeur Sanders. And I'm asking you. Nobody will say that. But
that's the shit I'm talking about right there. When people try to be passive aggressive and you fake like, oh yeah, well, no, I actually like Shedeur. I just don't think, even if Shedeur played, I don't think the Browns would be any better. Man, I hear people say shit like that, and I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, one, ain't no fucking way you watch no film on this. You going off of the regurgitated shit that this fake media and the people who are just out to say the status quo shit. We know it's certain people, they're never going, I don't give a fuck if Shedeur go out here and throw 8 touchdowns. You know what they were saying when he threw them 3 touchdowns? They were talking about how the receivers helped him out. And he overthrew one guy, but the receiver made a good catch and bailed Shedeur out. That's the kind of shit that they say when it comes to talking about Shedeur Sanders. When people just don't want to say, damn, that motherfucker balled out. That boy is balling out. They say shit like, Gabriel's not all that good, but I don't think Sanders would be any better. Cleveland's just a bad team. Oh, they just don't do this and they don't do that. And I'm sitting up here like, y'all motherfuckers lying. I did hear that Kevin and Dillon have the same agent. I definitely heard that, bro. I definitely heard that they got the fucking same agent. And I'm like, oh, that could be something. That could definitely be something. That could be something that could, make it a reason or a bigger reason that we didn't fucking already know. We know that, he obviously rooting for him and he's on his fucking team for sure. Shedeur know that shit. Dillon know that shit. Everybody know that shit. But that's what Garrett Bush just said. Motherfuckers came out and talked about this boy is a supercomputer. As if he's supposed to be so fucking smart. His IQ is so good in football that it's enough to say, damn, he don't need the physical attributes because he's so smart and he knows what's going on. That boy don't know what the fuck going on out there. I seen him running to the wrong side, handing the ball off to the wrong fucking running back, or the side the running back wasn't even fucking on. Dillon Gabriel don't know what the fuck is going on, man. At all. He don't. He ain't no fucking supercomputer. I can guarantee you that. That's what he's not. Goddamn supercomputer. That's the shit they do to try to make it seem like somebody is on a level. But we know for sure that Dillon Gabriel ain't on no level. If he was, it would have showed in his play. And that shit is not showing. Let me see. Nope, can't do that. All right, let me kick this out.
But when they give you all that praise and they give you all these unfair accolades and they put all these attributes on you, and then you got to go live up to those attributes, all it's going to end up doing is it's going to make you look crazy. But the thing about the Shedurians that everybody wants to get, and everybody want to give them a bad rap, oh, it's a cult, it's this, it's that, you're pandering. Listen, the only thing that they have asked for is what you offer. The only thing that they have ever
There we go. Sorry about that. That heat.
asked for was a fair opportunity to be in a competition that you advertise. You put it out there. Your coach that you support. Your front office that you will take a bullet for. That you'll stand in front of traffic for. They said this. They were the ones who said it was a competition. And then when they took you for face value, that you were honorable, that you were a man of your own word, that you would have some integrity about it, you pulled the bait and switch, and then they found out that it was nothing but a charade. Why would you not think people would not be up in arms when you sold them a false good, a bill of goods? You sold them. The only thing they asked for, they didn't ask for Shedeur Sanders to be the starter number one. They didn't ask for him to get more reps than Kenny Pickett. They didn't ask for him to be some sort of savior and to get some sort of unfair treatment. All they asked for was a fair opportunity to prove yourself. And you and Pat, the people in Cleveland, has been disingenuous at best when it comes to even embracing the idea. Ever since they said, oh, it's something in the interview or there's reason he fell. How is it that the dude is on your team and you are running around trying to figure out what some other op is telling you about a dude that's on your team? He's on your team now. Why is the media that covers this team looking to spread propaganda from the ops, huh?
Why? Please tell me that. Why do you give a fuck about what somebody else said about a player that you're trying to get?
EVE Online is a vast universe.
It don't make no sense.
Alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time.
They do little shit like that.
Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden.
Yeah,
it is a rich and diverse universe, featuring densely populated havens of relative safety, governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets.
One thing is sure, 2 things was certain. Dillon Gabriel ain't gonna do shit, but go out there and flop again this week. That's what's about to happen.
You play as a capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot.
We already know what's about to happen.
Why can't you embrace? Where are the people? They got people going to interviews sitting with Joe Flacco. They got people in interviews going to sit with Kenny Pickett. They doing expose pieces with Dillon Gabriel. Why ain't y'all sitting with Shedeur Sanders? Why you don't want to go to Shedeur Sanders' house? You don't want a one-on-one interview? When you get an interview, you disrespectful. Tell us about why your dad messed you up. Since day one, you have never embraced the fact that he was here. You do not want to see him play. And the funny thing about it is, for all that stuff that you put on these folks, you're the one sitting there with the unfair expectations and doing all the gymnastics. Because you know what they said when they said Dillon Gabriel was getting reps? Nobody was salty about that. Not one. They said, okay, Dillon got his reps. But can I get my reps? Okay, Flacco got some reps, but can Shedeur get some reps? Okay, it's getting some run. Let's have it. Let's duke it out on the field. Let's see who the best man is. Let's see mano a mano, pass by pass, throw by throw. Who the best man is? But you people that wear the Cleveland Browns colors, the people that I sit here and watch this stuff with, you didn't want no parts of that. Every single turn it was he's a 5th round pick. Every single move it was.
We don't need no fucking the conspiracy is why the fuck is Dillon Gabriel
still not getting no reps and still not playing. All they asked for is what you sold them on. So don't come up in here talking about like you smarter than somebody, trying to paint a picture where it's both sides is it. One person was mentioned as a 1st round pick and got dropped to the 5th round by rumors and unsubstantiated conversations. He got pranked on that. He got pranked from another NFL team's coach, and somehow they get his number. His dad had cancer. Told his dad not to even come up here because y'all be asking fraudulent questions. And you go try to paint it like they were just out of pocket and crazy, and they're looking for a savior. No, you looking for an enemy. You looking for an adversary, and you made it one. You said Dillon Gabriel is here, Shedeur is here. They're light years apart, and you want to act like somebody was asking for unfair treatment.
Hold up. We missed a little bit. Talk to him.
Figure out what some other op is telling you about a dude that's on your team. He's on your team now. Why is the media that covers this team looking to spread propaganda from the ops? Huh? Why can't you embrace? Where is the people? They got people going to interviews sitting with Joe Flacco. They got people in interviews going to sit with Kenny Pickett. They doing expose pieces with Dillon Gabriel. Why ain't y'all sitting with Shedeur Sanders? Why you don't want to go to Shedeur Sanders' house? You don't want a one-on-one interview? And when you get an interview, you disrespectful. Tell us about why your dad messed you up. Since day one, you have never embraced the fact that he was here. You do not want to see him play. And the funny thing about it is, for all that stuff that you put on these folks, you're the one sitting there with the unfair expectations and doing all the gymnastics. Because you know what they said when they said Dillon Gabriel was getting reps? Nobody was salty about that. Not one. They said, okay, Dillon got his reps, but can I get my reps? Okay, Flacco got some reps, but can Shedeur get some reps? Okay, is getting some run. Let's have it. Let's duke it out on the field. Let's see who the best man is. Let's see mano a mano, pass by pass, throw by throw, who the best man is. But you people, the people that wear the Cleveland Browns colors, the people that I sit here and watch this stuff with, you didn't want no parts of that. Every single turn it was he's a 5th round pick. Every single move it was he ain't worthy. He ain't this. He ain't. And he's still not getting no reps and still not playing. All they asked for is what you sold them on. So don't come up in here talking about like you smarter than somebody, trying to paint a picture where it's both sidesism. It ain't. One person was mentioned as a 1st round pick and got dropped to the 5th round by rumors and unsubstantiated conversations. He got pranked on that. He got pranked from another NFL's team's coach, and somehow they get his number. His dad had cancer. Told his dad not to even come up here because y'all be asking fraudulent questions. And you go try to paint it like they were just out of pocket and crazy, and they're looking for a savior. No, you looking for an enemy. You looking for an adversary, and you made it one. You said Dillon Gabriel is here, Shedeur is here. They're light years apart, and you want to act like somebody was asking for unfair treatment. The only thing in this life you can ask for is an opportunity to prove who you are and your talents and skills. But you've said multiple times you don't like that opportunity. You don't even want to give it to him now. Even if he's a backup quarter, I don't want to give it to him now. You don't want to see him play. So here's what we're going to do. We don't care what you say. I don't care to ask you questions because I know you're compromised. I know you don't.
So here's what we're going to do. See, the NFL knows what Shedeur Sanders is. Mike Lopez, you bring your inferior thoughts in here, and we know exactly where your inferior thoughts come from. They come from your inferior mind. You know what I'm saying? You can't think past nothing that's intelligent. So you come in here trying to say some shit that you think, and this is what my show is all about. When people come in here talking that yang shit, I give it to them full service. You know what I'm saying? The whole plate. Everything you want, I'm going to give it to you. Everything you want, you can get it right here in this chat. But the fact of the matter is, if anybody thought Shedeur Sanders was barely an NFL pick or a 5th round draft pick, he wouldn't have been starting the first game for a team that he just got drafted to as a rookie when they got veterans, they got people that was drafted before him. Dillon Gabriel was drafted in the 3rd round, but he was sitting on the motherfucking bench. Shedeur Sanders threw 3 fucking touchdowns, no first team reps because he built differently. He's not the same. You know the fucking saying, not like us. Dillon Gabriel ain't it. He's never going to be it. So you can get in the chat of every motherfucking video you see. You can go and tell your old wrinkled ass grandma. But it ain't never going to change nothing. And the fact of the matter is, you just mad because you never going to be what Shedeur Sanders is. Your kids ain't never going to be what Shedeur Sanders is or Deion Sanders is. Your kids probably gonna be some meth addicts. Your kids are probably going to be homeless by the fucking time they get Shedeur Sanders' age or pregnant. So what you need to do is go have a cup of non-hate and drink the whole motherfucking thing. Because your little tidbits don't mean shit in a world of star power. You inferior. You need to go look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm inferior. I should just accept it and try to find something that I'm good at other than hating on motherfuckers and thinking that you're annoying alpha males when you can't. Because if you was about it, you know what I'm saying, you'd be making your own videos. Maybe you should try that. But Shedeur Sanders don't need what's already understood, ain't got to be explained. I don't got to tell no cornball what it really is. When the cornball the cornball got eyes too. The cornball sees the same shit that I see.
Don't know what you're talking about. You don't care to know what you're talking about. Because unlike some people, there's a lot of people who will be tough to know. They don't even take this job that serious. But there's one thing that I do take seriously is the fact that I will not sit by idly. I will not sit by idly and watch people move around me and throw salt in the game and act like it ain't and call it a different thing. Jonathan Peterlin said it best. Jonathan Peterlin said it best. Why would you think?
You know why? He said, just call ice. God damn. I think he's gone. I think he fucking left the building. Hey, that's fucked up. But you know what? Mr. Ice Lopez, Ice Lopez, that motherfucker, they know. They know. That's why they come on here. You know, grown-ass men that's like little kids that go and say, I'm going to see if I can piss somebody off. But you can't piss a non-inferior individual off. You know what I'm saying? I would tell you in your face everything I'm saying right now. I'll tell you even more in your face and hope that it bothers you. But if you could ever sit down with me, Lopez, I could tell you some shit about yourself that'll make you want to go jump the fuck off a bridge somewhere. Real shit. Real shit, Mr. Lopez. I could tell you some shit about yourself, your people, and where you come from and what you are that would have you questioning whether or not you still want to be here. So don't get it twisted, man. I'm in here doing a positive live about positive shit. A positive young man that's getting money that can't be stopped. Even with motherfuckers in the chat like you, it don't do nothing. You know what it does? It actually makes him bigger. It's making me money. So I don't give a fuck. Every time you comment and chat and all y'all hating motherfuckers come on here, we just running it up. Dummy. So keep chatting, motherfucker. That shit don't bother me. No, you kidding your motherfucking self. Yeah, positive for me, not you, bitch ass boy. I don't give a fuck about you. You came on here with the negative bullshit. So please don't bring your peace pipe smoking that shit now. We don't want to hear that shit. Ain't no sympathy over here for you. You might well go to another chat if you're looking for that. But we don't give a fuck. You can go back under that little, you know what I'm talking about? Where the fuck you came from. You came over here with the bullshit. Because you're inferior. And that's what inferior individuals do. They get in a safe place and try to talk all the shit they could talk, but it ain't gonna help you here, buddy. But it's gonna help me. Let's keep on with the content. You can fucking leave some comments. You can chat. You can get on this motherfucker. Keep watching. I need all the viewership I can get, especially from motherfucking haters. Easily. Listen, to all the haters out there and people like Lopez and what the fuck is his name? I forgot his goofy ass name. But EH 3323 and other than 22, all them bitch ass motherfuckers. I know they on here listening right now. I know them motherfuckers probably on here listening right now. But guess what? They running up that meter for that money. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. At this point, like, I made the channel because I seen all the haters in the comments on Facebook, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? And so I said, you know what? Instead of me typing in the chat like they doing bitch ass shit, typing in the chat, I'm gonna make my own motherfucking videos. And I'm gonna let them punk motherfuckers come in here and run my money up. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I decided to do, and that's what the fuck I'm doing. So anybody on here that want to come on here and chop it up in the chat and hate and all that shit, bring it, because that's content. That's what we need around this motherfucker. We need content, especially from goofy motherfuckers, because it ain't nothing for me to peel your cat back. Y'all don't think, you ain't even thinking good enough to come on here fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to read your comments, to be honest with you. Once I know you're here, let's go. Game on. Every time I get on here and I mention inferior, all the inferior motherfuckers start chatting. He just said inferior. He must be talking to him. Yeah, I am talking to you. So let's get it on.
That people who believed Shedeur Sanders should have went number 2 overall, and has not played a meaningful football game since college.
Hating motherfuckers.
Want to dominate the stock market without risking your own money? You just need to learn from the right teachers. My name's Tim Leung, and this is my dad's
all you can really do is hate.
We help everyday people.
And they do that shit well.
What would be the difference now? What new games did I see? What new games where he failed on the football field that had happened? He hasn't even played. What kind of, he has not touched the football field. But you make in your mind that it's going to be worse. I'm done asking you questions. I'm done asking permission.
Yeah.
And I don't need your votes. It's one of the most dangerous things about this internet.
Dangerous.
I don't need your votes to win the election without that. I don't need your votes. I don't need to ask.
Talk that shit, Gary Bush. We don't need you hate motherfuckers. We just need y'all to listen so we can make money off you stupid motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Here, you going to get the truth. You going to get the real truth, even though you dumb bitches know the truth. But I know when you're inferior, you will listen to the truth. You'll listen to the truth. You'll sit around, all them hating motherfuckers sitting around here waiting for your little moment. But guess what? The big moment, when the Shedeur Sanders 12 energy hit you motherfuckers, all y'all time up. All your motherfucking time is up. So I'm letting y'all motherfuckers know now. Keep doing what you're doing. You just setting yourself up for the grand finale. We're going to be laughing at your ass, because I'm going to find all y'all bitch ass motherfuckers in these comment sections. I know most of you suckers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come on here and they try to play neutral. Or they try to say something nice about Shedeur Sanders. But at the same time, they're really trying to big up Dillon Gabriel. If that's your opinion and you really believe that, I'm fine with that being your opinion. But that lets me know that you don't know a motherfucking thing about football. That lets me know you never played it. And if you did play it, then you probably was a motherfucker who wasn't getting no playing time, because a motherfucker like Shedeur Sanders was getting your fucking playing time. I know how this shit go. But no real motherfucker who plays sports is going to sit around and say that Dillon Gabriel need to be playing over Shedeur Sanders. No real motherfucker. Like, when you look at Shady McCoy, Chad Ochocinco, Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame motherfuckers, We ain't talking about no fucking redneck who ain't never even played paper football on the motherfucking desk. We're not talking about no fat ass motherfucking CEO or no motherfucking corporate dickheads who don't even really watch football. They just excite shit like Shedeur Sanders and the star power and the Dillon Sanders and all that shit. They can't get over that shit. That's why they're so drawn to this shit. That's why I made this channel, because I look at the comment sections on other videos and I see who's in there doing most of the fucking talking. It's people that probably don't even watch football. It's people that, you know what I'm saying? It's Caitlin Clark fans are the same motherfuckers on here talking about Dillon Gabriel. You see what I'm saying? And we know that they ain't nothing but MAGA, KKK, motherfucking whatever the fuck you want to call it, a bunch of bitches. Or QAnon. Motherfucker, come on, this bitch talking about some fucking QAnon. Man, you don't get the fuck out my motherfucking face. I don't talk to gump motherfuckers like you. Talking about some fucking QAnon. Like, you just wanted to say that shit on my chat like we give a fuck. All you bitches out here dressed like a bunch of bitches. Like, that whole day was some gay shit, in my opinion. Y'all ain't do nothing but get mad and have a fucking privileged hissy fit. Old motherfuckers. Man, get the fuck out of here. But back to sports, man. Fuck all you privileged, insecure, impulsive, obsessive, bitch-ass motherfuckers. Up with 12 and down with all you clowns. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. You inferior. But we're going back to my guy.
Ask you, I don't need to ask you nothing. I done played. If I want to, I go. Let me. See, y'all guys don't. Y'all don't understand me. Y'all just think I'm funny and wear nice clothes. I'll pull up coordinators. Eric Washington. Yeah, he's defensive coordinator in this league. Josh McDaniels. I'll call him up right now. What's up, Josh? Let me holler at you real quick. Same high school Hall of Fame. Played under his dad. You want to talk offense? I can talk offense with the best of them. What do you want to know? I call up folks all the time. Don't get it twisted. You think you be thinking that you think you got something. But I'm done asking. Done asking you. Why am I wasting my time asking you any questions? Or what? So you can tell me what Kevin Stefanski told you to say in the text message? Oops, see, this is the problem. What? Yeah, nice. But I know this is Saturday. It's a little too early for this, but here's what I will say. What y'all got to understand is there's going to be a segment of the population that ain't
Yeah. Well, why are you watching then? If you MAGA, you bitch ass motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what you are. Suck my dick, suck January 6th dick. What does that mean to me? I don't give a fuck. All right, well, guess what? If you MAGA and you love Shedeur, then you're fucking confused. That's motherfucking evident. And good for you that you love Shedeur. I don't know what the fuck he did for you to love him, but okay. Good for fucking you, Scott. But fuck you, and not respectfully. You keep some bad motherfucking company. I don't know how the fuck you can like Shedeur if you're a MAGA. You need to get your shit together. That's what the fuck you need to do. Because you're fucking confused. You trying to straddle the fence, or you trying to act like MAGA some good shit. No. You fucked up in the head. I love Shedeur and I'm MAGA. Man, that shit don't even go together. And if you do, that means you need to give up one of them motherfuckers. That's what the fuck you need to do. Like shit. Back to the real talk, man. Later for these, Motherfucker wants to try to steal the show. Well, yeah, I brought up about black. Listen, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I did. Ain't no motherfucking issues with black QBs. It's just punk motherfuckers like you. You ain't even, I don't know what the fuck you is. Exactly. Hey, it's gonna get even worse than that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can bring up a lot of shit. I could bring up the fact that, you know, a lot of you clown motherfuckers who saying Shedeur ain't good is spitting the same rhetoric when they said that black motherfuckers couldn't even play in the same league. But we know why. Because it was less talented motherfuckers saying it. Yeah, that's why. It was less talented motherfuckers trying to make a claim that some motherfuckers couldn't play with them based on whatever talent levels. Now, 60, 70 years later, we know that shit was a complete motherfucking lie, don't we? Don't we? And they said motherfuckers couldn't play quarterback. Like, but the one thing about it is, white motherfuckers be lying. Just like they sitting here saying they didn't see Shedeur play good in preseason. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you call clandestine. That's clandestine thinking. Where motherfuckers, nobody has to write it down to say we're gonna lie about this shit. It's just a sentiment of a whole bunch of inferior motherfuckers. Period. If you can come out your mouth about sports and say the truth, then you a real motherfucker. And you don't got no complex. But if you get on this motherfucker and just, I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. I said this shit before and I'm gonna say it again. All the motherfuckers who was talking about Canelo Alvarez was gonna beat Terrence Crawford. Now, I know a lot of people was motherfucking saying that shit because of what they felt in their heart and who they wish would win based on politics that ain't got shit to do with boxing. I'm not gonna say racism or racial because it's sports. What I'm going to say is you got into some politics. You got into some politics based on what you wish would happen. But that ain't what the fuck is going to happen when you're talking about talent. That's why Canelo got his motherfucking ass whipped. And then everybody changed it to where he couldn't knock him out. Well, I thought y'all said that he couldn't even fight him because he had to go up 3 motherfucking weight classes. That man came up 3 weight classes and whipped the shit out that motherfucker. Beat the shit out of Canelo. And guess what? Motherfuckers was mad. Now they want him to fight Benavidez, a motherfucker who's damn near heavyweight. See, one thing about inferior motherfuckers, they're going to always try to move the goalposts. And they're going to always try to say, well, why don't he do this? And why don't he do that? I'll give you another example. Bitch-ass Jake Paul. Jake Paul want to fight, but he don't want to fight nobody his size. He don't want to fight nobody that he don't have an advantage with. Because he a bitch-ass motherfucker. He's an inferior dude. Man, Mexicans more racist than white people. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, Mexicans are more racist than fucking white people. Or Latinos, whatever the fuck it is. I know about all that shit. I'm hip. And we don't even give a fuck about what you talking about. Nah, real shit. Motherfuckers are sitting up here talking about Canelo was going to beat him because they racist. And they didn't want to see the black man win. But if they was really looking at skills, you would know that Canelo don't got no fucking footwork. Canelo follow motherfuckers around like Frankenstein. He don't have no fucking footwork. Honestly, most non-American fighters don't have no footwork. They don't. And I ain't even talking about, I don't give a fuck if you from Africa. They don't got no fucking footwork neither. If you're not an American fighter, then you're not considered the best, period. Of course. They didn't give a fuck if it was a Russian. As long as it wasn't, as long as it was somebody that was not black. Matter of fact, they would even pick another black motherfucker over Floyd Mayweather because they hated Floyd Mayweather. Fuck you, Mike Lopez. You don't gotta get it. We don't give a fuck. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you to come up with no explanations. We don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, everybody want to be me. All you motherfuckers. Everybody borrows shit from me. Laugh all the fuck you want. I bet your girl want a black dude. I bet she'll choose a black dude over you. Any day. I don't give a fuck what sport you want to talk about. You're going to lose. And I don't mean just sports. I mean any motherfucking thing. Motherfuckers. And we ain't just talking about Hispanics. We talking about Chinese motherfuckers. We talking about everybody wants to see the black man lose. Everybody's got a conspiracy, or I ain't gonna say conspiracy, collusion, if you will. Inferior motherfuckers will sit in the chat and do inferior shit. Well, like I said, all the motherfuckers hate, all the motherfuckers mad, all the motherfuckers jealous because we the shit we do and the way we do it is hard to take. I know. I get it.
We're gonna like Shedeur. Stop auditioning for him. I'm not clicking on that. I ain't doing that. I ain't listening to that. Your troll effort don't work. Troll in silence. Troll in the dark. I ain't got no time for it, bro. Because I'm not gonna be sitting here wasting my time talking to you about something and you disingenuous about the situation. You're gonna say you ain't never seen a dude play, but somehow it's gonna be 10 times worse. You done lost your mind. I'm sorry. Bye. Child, please. You might want to go get some of these other dudes. You might want to figure it out. You get that off over there. You get that off over there. By the way, this has been a PSA provided by the Receipts of Integrity. They may not like what you say. Guess what? They hit. Like, share, comment. You know what it is. Shout out to all my brethren in the industry. Hope you guys having a great weekend. We're getting to the people. Power to the people. Let's get to the chat, man. Let's get to the super chats. By the way, we still working. We appreciate you. If you want to get in, we still working. Don't think we're going to drop some episodes tomorrow. Be ready here on the barbershop. We're going to drop some content next week. We back at it. You know what I'm saying? Coming up. By the way, I'm working on getting some Colorado folks in here. Shout out to B Watts. Shout out to Big Snacks. Some dudes out here doing some real nice content. I'm going to be reaching out to y'all. Reaching out. We're going to pull them on here too, man.
Man, shout out to Gary Bush, man. I'd let it be on Gary Bush show. You know what I'm saying? He keep that shit popping. He keep the Cleveland media popping. He make sure he stay in contact with the big folks as far as the media in Cleveland. And that's why he always bringing the story. And I'm going to stay tuning in to Gary Bush because that man brings some great information. And there's a lot of other folks too. Some of these Cleveland podcasts would have never got no fucking juice, but they got juice because guess what? You know what I'm saying? Cleveland hot right now because of one fucking man. It's one man that's making Cleveland media that hot. You know how many motherfucking Cleveland podcasts done blew up? And I mean, like, that shit doing great. Yeah, it's because of this.
Listen, you'll never know who you're going to see on here. That's what it's going to start to be like. I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to start to be crazy. You're going to be pulling up like, oh, G. Bush collaborating with this dude. G. Bush talking to this dude. Oh, that's crazy. Don't worry. That's how it's supposed to be. Like that barbershop stuff, like we really about to be into our bag. So if you really want to be a part of it, I'm telling you right now, we got some people from all over the stratosphere coming. We're going to be talking to people, having them pull up, man. So make sure, hit that join button if you want to be part of it. Let's get to it. Dang. Y'all cats be doing the most. Let's get to some of our super chats. Let me drink some coffee real quick. We appreciate you. 5,215 people in here right now on a bye week. That just shows, shout out to y'all. That is a big up to you, wherever you at. The barbershop strong, bro. People say, G. Bush, you been, no. What makes the barbershop the best is that we got passionate folks that know they're going to be heard. You know you're going to be heard over here. You know it. That's a big part of what I wanted to do when I was at the radio station. When I was doing radio's content, I got the most calls. I did the most calls. I gave them the most time to talk. Because the barbershop, what's good about the barbershop is even if you disagree with me, how many people, hey, you can't, hey, I don't care who in the chat, you can't point to me one person that I said I done blocked and kicked out. Where they at? I don't block people on Twitter. I don't block people, period. You can't say if you disagree with me over here, I block people. Nah, we got the biggest platform in terms of giving people a voice. That's what we do over here. And you don't got to agree with me all the time. Formulate your opinion and bring the receipts like I bring them. And that's what we respect. Men lie, women lie, the receipts.
Don't. You're a blood clot. But yeah, man, that's how the fuck we do. We're going to keep it live. We're going to keep it funky. We're going to watch.
Why is everyone using ninja transfers?
Ninja transfers
Gabriel
is definitely killing them.
His downfall is going to be swift.
The design came out crisp.
But, hey, I can't protect him. I don't know what the fuck going to happen. But he coming the fuck up off that field. I guarantee you that. Because the star power that he up against is just too much. You know what I'm saying? And then again, wish that he had the star power that Shedeur Sanders did. That's why Nike chose Shedeur as their flagship athlete. And Dillon Gabriel, with his little starting job, he ain't, they ain't fuck with Dillon Gabriel. They ain't even mess with him. They ghosted his agents. And Dillon Gabriel was pissed. And he should be. Well, what he should do is really be happy is that he even getting the opportunity to play. Because Dillon Gabriel, in my opinion, barely belong in the NFL, if you ask me. I don't think he belongs in the NFL. But hey, I ain't the GM. I'm just a truth teller who gonna get on this internet and let motherfuckers know what it really is. However you want to slice it up, whatever way you want to do it, we could talk about it. I guarantee you this. You can be sorry after you talk with me. Because any of y'all trolls, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I give you my private number. We can talk on the phone and I'll chop your ass up. But I know you won't. We can talk about genetics. We can talk about the human genome. We can talk about biochemistry. We can talk about any fucking thing you want that's going on. I'm almost sure you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I can tell you some shit that'll hurt your motherfucking feelings. Hit the like button, folks, if you've been in here, man. We've been on this motherfucker for almost 2 hours. Actually, I'm going to go into the 2-hour mark, and then we're going to get out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune into another podcast. Matter of fact, I'm going back at Gary Bush. And shout out to him, man. Y'all make sure y'all go and check out his page, man. That dude do real good work. I'm just getting introduced to him in the last couple of days, so I like his passion. Damn sure do his research and he on his fucking job. But somebody got to do this work. Somebody's got to do this work. We're going right here. Might as well be me. Let's get down to it. Smoking good. The internet in my area is running slow as hell, so bear with me, folks. But we live. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it popping while this internet is catching up. When I got home from work early, as soon as I turned into my neighborhood, everything just shut the hell off.
Matt Perry, would be nice if Coach Prime pulled up in the ball.
All right, we got some buffering going on. I'm gonna mute it until it comes back in clear. Matter of fact, let me just hit pause for a quick second, let it catch up.
Barbershop. Shout out to Coach Prime, man. Right, Prime is busy. He's trying to turn these.
Let's go. Let's go. Let me just hit pause. It's buffering right now, so let me just go ahead and give it a chance to get back up. But what do y'all folks expect?
Buffalo's around, but I always tell people I respect the heck out of them.
But
and I respected them before Shedeur was here. I respected them watching.
Who the Browns play in the chat, man. Type that in there for me, man. So I ain't gotta go through all that.
Him when I was growing up as a kid playing baseball. I played 3 sports in school. And Dillon Sanders was one of the first black people that I've seen playing baseball, both. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
he don't belong in the
he's a trailblazer, and so nothing but love for him and what he's doing. And plus,
anybody know who the Browns
is solid, bro. The way he raised his kids, he took care of his kids, the way he about family and faith. I don't know what it ain't to like. Shout out to Coach Prime. Matthew Cherry, we appreciate the super chat. Beautifully blessed. Yeah, you came for Shedeur and we stuck with him. But you're stuck with us because we love you, G. Bush. I appreciate you. That means a lot. That means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes when you just do content and you do it from your heart, you don't never know how it's going to resonate. So I appreciate people that pull up and do that. Jay Meathead, I thank you so much for the super chat. Damon Hayward, Giants fan here. Shout out to the Giants, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Triz, G is a sign. I'm a Bengals fan, and you are definitely a bright spot of the team. I hope you get the press pass and get a chance to interview players. We appreciate you, Triz. I'm an Eagles fan in Philadelphia. I've been rocking with you for 4 years, bro. Man, I appreciate you, man. Keith Beacham. Or that's Beckham. Yeah, Keith.
Oh, shit. I banned the wrong fucking person.
Sorry I messed that up, but I appreciate you. Stay tuned. All I'm gonna say is is only weak men make excuses, especially for other men. Black men slighted, and everything we do, we're gonna keep pushing till we triumph. I'm a partner. I'm a Panthers fan, G. Bush, watching every day.
Hey, now listen,
man, I appreciate you.
I forgot I can add people on.
It's crazy. These people ain't even Browns fans, bro.
Mike Lopez, bitch ass.
That's why it's, you know, I be getting all emotional and sentimental.
I forgot I could add people on this game.
Because, you know, some things is a little deeper than just football. Some things it's about life. We No Limit Soldiers. We thought we told you. Black Culture Lit TV. Hey, by the way, I gotta call it. Ash Money versus No Limit. No Limit might have got that. When Wayne didn't show up because he was sick. Even BG said, yeah, listen. BG said they was on point as far as presentation. And I thought it was going to be a landslide because Cash Money's catalog is crazy. Actually, to be truthful, if they would have had Nicki Minaj and Drake on there, it's a landslide. You can't win that. Like, if they just have those guys on, like Tyga, Wayne, that's It's landslide. So, but that was young money. But they were still in the cash money. I see what they was going. They was going for original forefathers. But when that came on, if you know, you know. Minx the Cutie. I literally just texted my ex, who is a Browns diehard fan, to tell him you was cooking early on a Saturday, and he was shocked, as I am a diehard Ravens fan. I watch you every day. Great. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Hey, bro, shout out to your ex. Hey, listen, might be your in card. She might go ahead. Now, G. Bush didn't text you. Hey, you got a text. Maybe y'all wasn't texting like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got out of the blue. It don't matter how you got the text. Just go ahead and capitalize. It don't matter how the text came. Just don't even, be like, so how your day been? My wife over here looking like, you stop starting trouble. I'm sorry. Listen, I didn't mean nothing by it. I was just trying to help him out, baby. Thank you for becoming a member, my man. Ronnie on the sticks. I like that. You play Madden too? You play Madden, Call of Duty? Would you be on the sticks a lot? I like that. Raider Nation for life, but I rock with G. Bush and 12 Heavy. Keep telling the truth and don't let your peers ever dim your shine. Legendary. I appreciate you. Shout out to the Raiders Nation out there. I know they want to say, hey, people keep saying the Raiders game is the game. I am here from New Orleans. G, you be cooking. Wish you the Saints took 12. Karen McWilliams, thank you so much for appreciate you. That's a beautiful picture in the left-hand corner too. I've been trying to tell my wife we got to get some glamour shots, man. And y'all be having these power couple pictures, man. I'd be like,
shout out to you, ex-Mary Gardner.
Like, it's crazy, bro. I gotta get my stuff together.
I gotta
look at that.
Back.
They in love down there in that left-hand corner. You see them? They cheek to cheek. Y'all look like y'all been together forever. Yes, yeah. I've been with my beautiful wife since we were in 5th grade. Never looked at another person in my life. Just we were meant to be. Big Kev, NFL can't deny Shedeur. Check his jersey sales. Oh, they're gonna go up. Wait till he plays his first game. Quiz arm. Stefanski will take the rest of the season before he lets Shedeur play over Dillon Gabriel. Haslam and Barry have to fire him if they want to establish this season. This might be the longest podcast we've ever had, and there's 6,400 people in here. This is why I call myself a live streamer, because we've been doing an hour of super chats, and we're going to continue to read them. We're going to continue to go. I'm going to give you money's worth. Squiz arm, we appreciate you. We're going overtime. Yes, I'm hoping you and Tyvis can make y'all Wednesday show into something bigger. That's a great product right there. Educational, interactive, and accurate. Tyvis, I told you to work. I was like, bro, boy, G. Bush, I don't know, you got some magic going on, boy. Say, yeah, man. Make sure y'all pull up Wednesdays. Wednesdays. Come to the film review, man. Come to the film review. Matthew Terry. Here's my thing. Even if Shedeur bombed the pre-draft interview, isn't he's still the first or second round talent everybody has said he's about? A bad interview doesn't strip your talent away. See, here's the thing. Got a base they can't play with. That's a scary thing, bro. Y'all got to realize, when you got that many people rocking with you from all these different places, they by default come into your building, and you can't do the same things you used to do. You can't lie. You can't play the worst people. You can't have bad play calls. You can't have terrible concessions. You can't have uniforms that don't, like, they coming in like, yo, they got a flashlight on everything you doing. And a lot of coaches and organizations are uncomfortable with that. Think about it. The Browns have been a bad organization for a long time, a very long time. And y'all coming in shedding a lot of light and bringing all the major guys in, major media figures, the Skips, the Shannon Sharps, the Stephen A. Smiths, the Ryan Clarks, the Pivots, the Cam Newtons, the Joe Budden podcast. Are you serious? That's everybody in black entertainment. Everybody. So now when Shedeur plays, you got a lot of microscopes on you. Stefanski ain't never got this much attention. And in high school, not in college, I mean, they pulled up. So you can't play no games. So a lot of teams don't want no flashlight. They want to run things as status quo, tank, lose, do whatever their agendas is. But when you got somebody that popular, it does not allow you to do that. That is why they don't like it. You see Rizzo interview with Boog? Yep. I sure did. Hey, Tony Rizzo didn't put the flag down. He didn't put his flag down. It's a couple of them. I mean, this is why I give credit where credit is due. Jonathan Peterlin has always been a Shedeurian from day one. He got the number 2 jersey back in the day. He's from day one. Ain't never switched. Shout out to Peterlin 92.3 The Fan. Never switched. Tony Rizzo, he ain't switched. He been on Grossie's top. He been on this top for a minute. They be going back and forth. Rizzo ain't never switched up. Them two, they on it. from the outside of camp. You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple of dudes they've been talking that talk. Nate Boogie Harlem. I'm just a fan through and through. Can't help but listen to your ministry push. Bless you, brother. You fan of football facts. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. My mom always said, you know what? She told me this when I was young. You know what? You gonna be, you might be. I see you in ministry somewhere. I said, this is when I was doing the most back in the day. I was saved, but I was in my young days. I was like, are you serious? Because I ain't living right. But now I am redeemed. I am turning over a new leaf. God has worked with me in my life. Potent 76. My wife helps me out. She helps me out. I done settled down a whole lot. Gooch Dog. After all this Stefanski call plays that will showcase Shedeur's talents fairly, if he is willing to go to this far with his selfish pride. Here's what I'm gonna say with that, Gooch Dog. Here's how this thing push. I think if he got to go to Shedeur, he gonna have to give up them plays too. I think he's gonna give him plays because I think he's gonna die on this hill. I think it's gonna come to a point where he's gonna say, if you want him to play, you're gonna have to put him in. And then once he makes that ultimatum, there ain't no coming back. At that point, if you're willing to go that far, the owner's gonna say, hey, this is unattainable. You have to choose between the two. But I wholeheartedly believe that Kevin Stefanski will not willfully put him in the game at all. Kirk Davis. T.I. verse is like us. No exaggeration necessary. Living revolutionary. Nothing less than legendary. Gangster-ish hereditary. Got it from my dad. Flow colder than February with extraordinary swag. That's a bar. I see you. Kurt. I appreciate it. Hey, Jay Crawford, a certified capper for Stefanski. Yeah, he was capping. You know, Jay be trolling too. Jay be trolling sometimes, bro. He don't even be believing that. That's why I be looking at him kind of. It'd be funny. I'd be looking at him. When I give him this, for real, Lima be trolling too. They be trolling a lot. Get out of here, man. Get up out of here. Uncle Kai became a member. Shout out to Uncle Kai, man. I appreciate you. Other teams licking their chops to take down Dillon Gabriel. Levitt 6, we appreciate the super chat. Ronnie on the stick says, Jimmy can right his wrongs with 12. Let me tell you something. Dan Gilbert wasn't known as a good owner until LeBron came back and won a championship. Let me repeat. Dan Gilbert was not known as a good owner until LeBron came back and won. You can change your legacy with one person. How good with Jerry Reinsdorf with the Bulls? Were they great? No. You had Jordan, bro. Chris Rucker. That's a funny name. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Miss Bell, bless your co-pilot for sharing you. Yeah, man, I got the best co-pilot in the game, man. Keep me on the straight and narrow. Be waking me up. Be telling me you need to go to sleep. You play that video game way too many times. You get sick. Everything. You need to turn TV off. Go lay down. Rest your eyes. You get sick. You go outside. You got a hoodie on, no coat. Your arms and paws are exposed. You get sick. I'm like, everything caused me to get sick. Once more, when them suds die down, that dirt will show. My mom used to come in and be like, y'all better get in that shower. Hearing that water running, you better get in that shower, boy. Mary S. G. Bush bringing the receipts. You can check out the collab with off the record. I like that name. Off the record. He's a Browns content creator who brings the receipts. Hey, off the record. If the chat demands it, they get it. I'm hit me up. Listen, I got.
All right, man. We are 3 minutes away from 3 o'clock. Oh, it's 3 o'clock right now. We 3 minutes away from 2 hours, man. And it's been real. You know what I'm saying? We got to address some dummies, and we got to, you know what I'm saying? We got to address this situation with Kevin Stefanski losing his power when it comes to calling the plays. And you got to understand this before I go, that the ship is going down on Kevin Stefanski. I know it seemed like you couldn't tell whether or not the ownership of Stefanski was, in cahoots, or the management. I mean, Andrew Barry and the coaching, you really couldn't tell. They disguised it well, but when you listen to them saying, we help each other do this, and we help each other do that, and we do joint ventures when it comes to this, all that shit is confusing, and it makes you not know who's telling the truth, who's lying. But I think now that you've seen Flacco go out of town, you've seen a new play caller coming in for Stefanski, I gotta feel like this new play calling thing is going to be the downfall of Kevin Stefanski. I don't know if he makes it through the whole year. But again, like Garrett Bush said, maybe it's the best thing for Shedeur to be sitting down before he be in that motherfucker and get hurt bad, or use his first NFL efforts in a losing fashion. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. I know one thing: the boy is going to hit the field and it's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be a lot of obstacles and setups for him to do bad, but we've already seen that and it didn't work. So anybody that want to, challenge that, I mean, you're going to see real soon that 12 going to hit that field. A lot of people going to be upset. There's going to be a lot of obstacles. I don't even know, man. I'm sitting up here thinking about the refs and the way they treated Cam Newton when he first came into the league. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit that we see happen with black quarterbacks, we don't see that shit happen with nobody else. Just like what happened with Jaden Daniels last night. I don't know why in the fuck you would have this kid in the game. You got fucking 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You're down 29 points. And your record is 3-5. You're not going no fucking where. You're not doing nothing. Him being in the game wasn't going to win the game, wasn't going to save the goddamn, even if they won the game, it wouldn't save the season. Oh, yeah, they play the Jets. That's right. So even if they won, that shit wouldn't make no difference. But now you got your franchise quarterback, a fucking broken arm. It's not his throwing arm, but still, you got your fucking golden goose, the person you're supposed to protect in the game for nothing. I would really love to hear the explanation. I did a video on it earlier or last night. I would love to hear the explanation as to why in the hell Jaden Daniels was still in the game that late in the game. And then another thing you might not know, but this dude got hurt in the same stadium as RG3. It was the same down, second down. It was the same team, the Seattle Seahawks, and it was on the same yard line. Damn. Hit the like button. Where y'all go. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. That's some crazy shit right there, man. That is some crazy shit. If I've ever seen some crazy shit. That's one of the wildest things I've ever heard. And the air left the stadium completely. Those people was quiet. They wasn't saying nothing in that motherfucker. Quiet. And it was some sad shit. Me being a Dallas fan, the Reds, the Commanders, I keep saying the Redskins, the Commanders are a rival. But Jaden Daniels is a young, upcoming athlete. I did not want to see that boy get hurt, but I kept trying to tell him, somebody needs to tell that boy to slide. Stop taking these hits straight on with linebackers and shit. And last night was a freak accident, but he's going to be out for a long time. We probably won't see him till the middle of next year or the next season. So, yeah, Stefanski is losing his grip. And I'm sure they're going to play nice. And they're going to try to act like, oh, yeah, this is just a plan that we came up with. This doesn't mean anything, or me and the front office are not at odds. But it's clear that they're taking the leadership or some of the power away from Kevin Stefanski. That's just it. But they like to play nice. You know, they like to not let you know what's really going on. They don't be transparent. They want to let you think that everything is honky-dory and everything is great. The whole time it's a burning building. And Jim Haslam, trust me, I'm just speaking from where I would be thinking if I was an owner. Fuck some collusion. Hell with suppressing the future and seeing all these number 12 jerseys in the stand and all these people that want to see this boy play is big, and it's way bigger than the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, they've never seen no star power like Shedeur Sanders. I know everybody's going to say, well, he didn't do anything yet. He didn't earn it. Da, 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 da. Man, listen, give him a fucking chance. He already earned it just based on the hype. You know what I'm saying? If somebody got hype around them, don't you want to see it? No, you know what people want to say? Oh, he's just probably because he's his dad. No, that motherfucker went to college. Yeah, his dad went to college and coached him. So fucking what? I bet you any fucking amount of money, your father could go to college and coach you. If he's a good father, he would do it. You know what I'm saying? If I could go to college and coach my sons and it was on the table, yeah, I'm going to do it. Fucking right. So why are they mad at Dillon or mad at Shedeur or mad at any fucking body? Because they got people in their life that's going to go hell and beyond to make sure that they good. I think some people are envious of that shit too. Dillon Sanders is a great father. And when great fathers raise sons, they normally raise them to be great fathers. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cycle. And that could be something, I don't know. To me, it's something to admire. It's not something to hate. If you hate that, then you didn't have that in your life. And that's okay. You're traumatized or sick about it. But Dillon Sanders is a great dad. That's one of the things that I want to put out on this live. The shit that he did for Travis Hunter when his father couldn't do it, and the treatment that he gave Travis Hunter at the draft. You know what I'm saying? His son was supposed to go somewhere around where Travis Hunter went. And instead, the kid that wasn't his son, that still needed a father figure or a big brother, whatever, I would say more of a father figure, Dillon was there for him, man. As he should have been. But trust and believe, Travis Hunter being the number one prospect and going to play with Dillon Sanders, that's what people neglecting the fact that that's one of the reasons that they was mad at Dillon too. Because he had the star power to make people look away from Power 5 or Power, whatever the fuck school, whatever that shit called. He had the chops to take kids and I mean, when you're the best at your position, you can do that. But a lot of these dudes, some of these motherfuckers didn't even play football. They're good coaches. They might can get some kids to do some shit, but they ain't Dillon Sanders. And so let's really dig into it. Might be talking another fucking hour. But Dillon Sanders was getting all of the top recruits to come to fucking Colorado. Colorado wasn't shit when he got there. And I know people will say, well, he was only almost 500. Well, guess what? Them motherfuckers didn't win nothing. And I think they won the year before that, they won one game. The year he got there, they won like 6 games. That's a big fucking difference. I don't give a fuck what you say. And in 1 year, everybody said that it would take Dillon at least 5 years to turn the program around. And I beg to differ. I believe that the first year he got there, he turned that shit around. It damn sure wasn't a 1-win season. So he 5 times their wins. I think that's pretty good for the first fucking year. And what is this, the fucking second year right here, I think? This ain't the third year, is it? I believe this is the second year. Motherfuckers, look, I still would contest. I mean, I would still tell your motherfucking ass that he did some amazing shit. He did some shit that them motherfuckers couldn't do. And they mad about that shit. That was also one of the reasons why everybody is pissed off at Dillon Sanders. I bet you if he became available for a fucking job, a lot of them schools that's hating on him be wanting that motherfucker coming there. So at the end of the day, Dillon bucked the college system. He changed it with star power. Them kids want to play for somebody who know what the fuck they talking about, know what the fuck they doing. Them Power 5 schools were just getting up top recruits, hand over fist. And in turn, shit, that shit was right in their fucking hand. Damn, Miss Pamela, I am so sorry. I wish I could fucking get in contact with her some kind of way and get her back in the chat. She probably thinking, what the fuck did I do? And the fact of the matter is she didn't do a goddamn thing.
Off the record, let's talk. We brings all to the table. We link it up worldwide. LJ, I think the Browns overly fell in love with the person and not the player. Because as an Oregon fan here, he did not even fit their offense, just play 12, bro. You see, Bo Nix, they compared it in PFF how Bo Nix was more effective in that offense. I read that on the members only live too. Cash, we appreciate your super chat. No O-line. You think you play the person who comes from that 12 throw to wide receiver, opens 12 receivers look good when he has to throw. All of a sudden, Judy is trash because Dillon Gabriel. Now Judy got to catch the ball, but here's the thing: Jerry Judy is deflated at this point. You got 2 targets, no catches for no yards, and he was wide open 3 or 4 times, which we highlighted in our members only YouTube content. Me and Tyvus broke it down. Can Stefanski be trusted to call a good game if Shedeur starts? I don't think he can call a good game anytime, Cash. I don't like his playbook at all. Lots of people who watch the film hate his playbook. If Shedeur gets in, I would like to see. Guess who I would like to see? Give me what's her name? Give me Tommy Reeves. To me, G-Bill, the local media should root for 12 because if he does what I expect, it will be a lottery. Coach Bozo gotta go. AB, I suspect is plotting. Lawrence RBE, thank you much for the super chat. Let me tell you this: it's a lottery. They sitting on a lottery ticket. They don't even know it. You want to race to Deshaun Watson? Get Shedeur Sanders on a Minimowski deal. You want to improve your offense? What would Cardell Tate look like if you can get him in a nice offensive alignment? Huh? You already got Judkins coming back year 2. Come on, man. But y'all want to keep with the revolving door with court? Come on now. You got a lottery ticket. Take your layup. Finish your breakfast. G. Bush, we know what it is with Shedeur. The long stroke, we appreciate you. That's a crazy name, by the way. I don't know if I can say that. That's crazy. That's nuts. Earl Coleman became a member. We thank you so much. RBE Lawrence RBE. I salute you because I would have swung when your colleagues try to say you was emotional about Coach Stefanski. Tell him to watch the film. That's why we were on film over here. I don't get emotional. Man, I was looking too pretty that day. Say, man, I got this outfit on. I ain't about to be arguing with you up here. That's why the barbershop is beautiful. You know why? Because the receipts of integrity will always shine the brightest. You know what it is. Saturday morning, they're going to pull up. You don't see them receipts. Come on now. Deneric Williams. Shedeur about to take the keys from Dillon like a teenager with a fresh driver's license and never look back. Shoot, like a teenager with the temps. Yeah, I got the temps. I got my T's and was out. Hey, yeah, I need them keys. Yeah, let me get that. My mom had a 90. I would drop my dad off at work, then drop my mom off at school. Pull up the Windstar, baby blue. You couldn't tell me nothing. I had a CD, a Walkman, but the Walkman went into it was an adapter, so the Walkman went into the tape deck. It was a blank tape, and I put it in. Man, you don't even know. Only 90s, 80s baby know about that. He ain't had no CD player in the car. Terry Green. 2 teams were 2-5. Only one focused on being 12-5, while the other is focused on the draft. Winning mindset. Facts. Everybody will talk about the draft. You'll coach your way up out of here. James Mace Jr. What are all they really saying when he ain't ready? The black quarterback ain't smart. That's why, listen, I don't be quick to call nothing about, I don't have to call everything racism, but are stereotypes alive and well? Sure. Are narratives and tropes alive and well? Sure. And the reason I showed you Warren Moon was why. Why I show you Warren Moon? To let you know that even one of the greatest to ever do it faced some of those same things. So I'm very I don't really play no games when it comes to the intelligent factor and trying to say that people don't be understanding this, that, and the third. How you gonna tell me how difficult it is to learn some plays and a dude been playing quarterback his whole life? You ain't never played no quarterback. You telling him how difficult it is to get in and out of the huddle. And let me ask you this question too. Facts on top of facts. This just goes to show you poor lack of leadership. I wish I could cite this. Write this down as a point of emphasis so you can have this to destroy any talking point. If I am a teacher and I was a trainer, a corporate trainer, should I explain something in a way that you can understand it in a common reference very easy? Or should I give you a bunch of corporate jargon that confuses and muddies the waters? No. Jay-Z said, hey, I dumbed down my flow to double my dollars, right? So here's the thing. If you're a quarterback coach and you an offensive coordinator and you want to call a play, X, right, Jeff, 32 zip rocket Lou, Buzz flat, triple purple ice cream, super duper hot vanilla pink on tip. Why would you name a play that and put all that terminology in and have you memorize terminology when you can just memorize the concept? All you got to do is take everything that you said with that and simplify it to the lowest common denominator. Call it purple, call it orange juice, call it football, whatever you want to do. Call it a number system, number 3, whatever it is, and simplify it. You only do that for your ego. So you want to seem like you so well thought out and it's in depth, when honestly, you're a hindrance to efficiency. Call it something simple, get in and out of the huddle, and let's cook. Why would you name all that jargon and layer that up like that? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. He doesn't know how to call it in and out of the huddle. Well, that's on the coach. Why do you think in college they started holding signs up? Because what they realized is the longer and the quicker that they understood what they were going to do, the more time the quarterback had to diagnose what they were in. Now you can identify through motion, whether it's zone or man. You can identify where the linebacker is coming. You can change your play 1 or 2 times to see what they're in, to get the best opportunity to put yourself in the best position. They don't waste 35 seconds in the huddle regurgitating long.
Hold up, y'all. We're going to get to some shit. I'm already out past my curfew now. I might as well stay the course. Let's go. Fucking supercomputer. Fucking computing shit. Hilarious to me. This ain't there. Cleveland media, folks. Cleveland media.
Does this now reset the clock for someone like Dillon Gabriel? If you have a new play caller, in theory, you should have a new, fresh opportunity and fresh outlook. I just don't know that it's going to work that way.
So in a lot of ways, I think that'd be possible. But again, the fact that I don't think there's really going to be a drastic difference between Tommy Rees and Kevin Stefanski, if it doesn't look almost any different by the time you roll around to the first game, and if it looks the exact same as it did, it's like, okay, should I actually be giving you a longer leash, or am I just seeing the same product over and over again? It's a evaluation of your talent, not an evaluation of the guy who's telling you to throw the ball. Because, again, we'll go back to what Stefanski said on Thursday, which was, there's guys open down the field.
He claims that there's guys open down the field. It looks like there's guys open down the field. Doesn't seem like Dillon can hit him.
Yeah, so, like, unless changing the play caller is allowing, maybe Tommy sees something different in a specific type of play call where Dillon's going to be able to identify that player or have more time to identify that player, whatever it is. If there's still guys open down the field and Dillon's not hitting them, that's a Dillon problem. That's not a play caller problem.
Yeah, which would then make you want to just bring in somebody else. It would make you want to say, all right, Shedeur Sanders, now you're up, and here we go. And I just don't know how many games somebody new, a new, fresh set of eyes, while also kind of being an old set of eyes because he's been there the entire year, but having Tommy Rees call the plays, I just don't know how long of a leash that then gives Dillon. And I think a lot of people would expect it to kind of reset, but I just don't see it that way. Does this now reset the clock for someone like Dillon?
Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free.
This play always looked weird.
Interesting at the end of that play.
To me, it looked like
around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free.
Look.
Wow, interesting at the end of that play.
Yanked him up like that.
Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free.
That shit don't look right.
Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig, which got him free. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. Around the edge, a big hit from Patrick Queen. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig. Wow, interesting at the end of that play. A big hit from Patrick Queen. Around the edge, he ran a stunt with Nick Herbig. Wow, interesting.
Funny. The man has jokes.
He's funny. Okay.
Myles Garrett gonna fuck around and threaten to leave. There's gonna be some sad, sad people.
This is why Dillon Gabriel might have a shot at Rookie of the Year. Look at this play. Takes the snap, crisp footwork, surveys the field the entire time, senses the pressure and escapes the pocket, off the back foot, loads up, launch. This is why Dillon Gabriel might have a shot at Rookie of the
Year. Yeah, see, there's been jokes about this shit the whole time, man. Nobody believes in Dillon Gabriel. Look at Shedeur Sanders in the back. Yes, it's sad. But y'all gonna see. Time is running out. Dennis, what's happening? Where you listening there from? I'm 24 minutes past my time, man, but it's all good. I ain't tripping. I'm just surfing the web right now. Looking at some different shit to look up. Let's see. Y'all see what it is. 129. That brown zone with the orange numbers is vicious. And I wouldn't even get, I would get the white, or I would get the brown with the orange numbers. That's gonna be vicious. Listen, man, Cleveland ain't never solo jerseys like this. Look at that. They got Shedeur Sanders t-shirts. Man, you gotta be dumb. Look at this shit. You the fucking man. Period. This is superstar power right here. Dillon Gabriel ain't gonna never fucking beat this. Ever. Nope. I really wish Dillon Gabriel would have went somewhere else, man. He can enjoy his introduction to the NFL. Don't nobody want none of these jerseys. Y'all know what the fucking jersey we want. Who the fuck is Carter number 2? That's some goofy shit. Jerry Jeudy, Myles Garrett. I don't see no fucking Dillon Gabriel. Oh, there that sorry shit go. It's there. Motherfucking Bernie Kosar. Ain't got no Jim Brown. There go Jim Brown. There go Jim Brown. Deshaun Watson even got a jersey. Yes, sir. This is what star power look like right here. What up, y'all? Bear with me. I ain't going nowhere. I got more Cleveland shit for y'all. Some of this shit I don't even want to click on because it might not be factual shit. You know what I'm saying? It might not be factual shit. Let's just see what the people talk about. Fuck Mary Kay Cabot. But fuck it, let's listen. Let's see what she got to say. See, I'm very selective on who I listen to about Shedeur Sanders. Some motherfuckers be bullshit. But, you know, certain people want to put out a narrative. That's why I listen to Garrett Bush. Yeah, prime time Dillon Gabriel. Shout out to Mad Dog TV, man. Subscribe to their channel. Commercial. Place the door, motherfucker. It wasn't going to be quarterback. You know, what kind of fucking shit is that? That's the shit I'm talking about. Who the fuck is she to say it wasn't going to be quarterback? There's only one thing you can do to change this fucking team, and that's change the quarterback. You leave Dillon Gabriel in this motherfucker, it's going to be the same shit. So I don't know what these people want somebody to say or what they want it to be, or why their fucking privilege is not letting these motherfuckers see the clear picture of what the fuck is going on here. This shit, you know, this is the part where I just want to say, we fucking know why. Y'all just don't want to say it. It's all right. Say it with me. I don't give a fuck. You care. You scared to be who and what you are. Living your truth. Tell us why you mad, son. Tell us why you don't want Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Sanders to succeed. Let us know in the chat right now. Who the fuck are they? Something stinks right here, y'all. Something stinks real bad. First of all, everybody knows who's in town. Shedeur motherfucking Sanders is in town. They want to do any and everything. I would love to think or find out down the road that they were just trying to spare Shedeur because the team was so bad and yada, yada, yada. But that ain't the sentiment I got. They don't make me feel like that. They're not going to switch quarterbacks. Again, man, maybe it's a good thing that Shedeur's not in there with them. Sorry, myself. I played sports before, right? I know it's coaches that people gonna play for, and then it's coaches that motherfuckers don't really play for because the coach just don't possess. He don't possess that drive. Well, he can't put the drive into the kids or the team, whatever the fuck it is. And then I go and play for another coach, and motherfuckers will go above and beyond, and these people can will themselves to be way greater than what they probably think they could be. And it's based on your influence. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have it. They're gonna play for Shedeur. You can say the team is bad all you want. I'm telling you this. The deadline not here yet. So you can still get some players. But like I said, people play for different people in different ways. Some coaches can reach players, and other coaches are never going to be able to have that kind of reach. All you gotta do is ask any professional athlete, and they will tell you, "Oh, this dude right here, man, he a player's coach. Or this guy right here, man, he good with finances, or whatever the fucking case may be." But you can't stop this shit. And these motherfuckers right here just gave me the creeps. Like, it's almost like unspokenly they signed up to spread the collusion as well. They're just not going to change. Both of them motherfuckers had something to say about the quarterback situation. But in a authority, in a way like they was the authority on it. Like, I could see what they said. Well, Kevin Stefanski said, do. It was almost like their own sentiment. I could be reading into it too much. Let's wind that shit. We're gonna listen to that shit again.